It's blowing my mind and making me a bit nervous at the same time. It moves forward when I lean forward just a little and goes back a bit as well. That's so cool. You know those videos you sometimes see on Facebook and think, yeah, that'll never become a real product. That's exactly what I thought about this two-wheeled stair climbing wheelchair. But surprisingly, it turns out to be real. And today, Cambry is going to give it a try. Let's get going. So Cambry, what's one of the biggest challenges of being in a wheelchair? Stairs. Always the stairs. So how long have you been using a wheelchair? As of today, it's been 17 years. Wow, today. Yeah, it is today. Today is my wheelchair anniversary. That's wild. We didn't plan that at all. I'm now 1 year away from being in a wheelchair as long as I wasn't. And all these 17 years, stairs have always been a problem. But today, we're doing something different. We're going to actually go out and look for places that have stairs. I actually saw this exact wheelchair on Facebook a few years ago after we had just started dating. And I thought, that's way too futuristic to ever be real. But it turns out, they really do sell these, mostly overseas right now, not so much in the US yet. Hopefully that will change soon. And I'm actually sitting in it right now. Shall we take it for a ride? Let's do it. This futuristic machine is called the Scewo Bro. It balances kind of like a Segway would, but it also has mechanical tracks underneath, which we're about to try out. Right now, those tracks are hovering just above the ground, not touching anything, because the two large wheels on the sides are doing all the balancing. The Scewo Bro can carry up to 260 pounds. The big wheels on the sides can handle slopes up to 10% and can roll over obstacles as high as 2 inches, which means it can be taken off paved paths. I have a T10-11 complete spinal cord injury, so I'm a paraplegic, and I use a manual wheelchair for most of my daily life. I really do like my manual chair. It folds up so I can lift it in and out of the car by myself, it's lightweight, fits through doorways, it's pretty great. But of course, it has its limits. Stairs being the main one. I can go downstairs in my manual chair, though it's not exactly safe. Going upstairs, I'd have to get out of my chair, crawl up the steps myself, and if there are more than a few, I'm not getting the chair up with me. You're now sitting in a wheelchair with only 2 wheels. How does it feel? It feels like I'm just sitting in a chair doing a wheelie. There's some movement under me, and it feels pretty cool. I kind of feel like I'm riding a horse. Or maybe it's more accurate to say it's like riding a bike. It turns really easily, moves forward just by leaning a little, and backs up just by leaning slightly the other way. It really feels like it's part of me. I'm loving it. What I'm really curious about are the tracks down there. It's interesting how they rotate along with the wheels. Can you try the tripod stance and maybe go up or down something? Want me to go down? One thing I noticed right away. I'm sitting a little higher than I normally would in my regular chair. But the Scewo can lower enough to make it easy to transfer back into a manual wheelchair. Just takes a little more effort. Oh, and it can go really tall too, which we'll try in a bit. Easy enough to switch seats. One thing that's frustrated me about accessible equipment is how little the technology has changed in so many years. Power wheelchairs still use old brushed motors and heavy lead-acid batteries. It seems outdated, especially now that things like vacuum cleaners have smart mapping, cameras, and lasers. But mobility gear, still stuck decades in the past. The Scewo Bro is a big shift. It's exciting to see what modern tech can really offer. Cambry, I see a chocolate bar way up there on the top shelf. Think you can grab it for me? Sure. Yes. Now I'm as tall as you are. Now Cambry is going to try the top speed. Ready? Let's go. Full speed ahead. It's not tipping over, which is good. Feel that breeze. I wish I could say the same. Try a full stop. Still no tipping. Feels a bit like Professor Xavier from X-Men, right? That's the perfect comparison. Ready to try stairs for real now. Feeling okay. There's a staircase right here. Fun fact. To go upstairs, you actually go backwards. The Scewo uses 4 lasers, 2 ultrasonic sensors, and even a backup camera. All of it helps you drive and stay safe, especially on stairs. So I'm backing it up to the stairs. Ready for track mode. To switch from 2-wheel mode to track mode, the center tracks lower down so they can handle the climb. The sharp edges on the tracks grip the steps and help lift Cambry up, literally. Let's go. This is unreal. It says, too much side tilt. Oh wait, okay, that's better. It's nice that it tells me that. The ultrasonic sensors detect the top of the stairs. Nice. Wow. That's so cool. I was so focused on the climb that I didn't even notice I'd reached the top until I was already here. Feels kind of like I'm in one of those gurney chairs they use to carry people upstairs. So I'm like, am I supposed to do anything? No. Just sit here. Wild. What's awesome about this chair is that it lets you adjust to your surroundings, instead of always needing the world around you to be adjusted. With my manual chair, the environment has to change. With this, I adapt instead. Smile a little. I'm really focused. It's wild, but steep inclines, high shelves, stairs, bumpy ground, all of that's a challenge in my normal chair. This handles all that better. You know what it kind of feels like. Like I'm strapped into a roller coaster and we're just about to drop. How's the weather down there? Think you could have done this with your regular chair? We now know it can go upstairs. But the real test is going down. This is the scary part. You sure I'm doing this right? Oh my gosh. This really feels like a roller coaster now. And of course, we picked the tallest stairs to try this on. How are you doing up there? I'm a bit nervous. It's amazing how quiet it is. There are chains, tracks, motors, all moving, and yet, hardly any noise. It's blowing my mind and making me nervous again. I love how it lifts the tracks and puts you right back on the wheels when you're done. Still feels like I'm a teenager learning to drive, but this is fun. The last few steps are okay. It's the first ones that are the scariest. And now Cambry is driving down to the lower level. Oh, forgot to fasten the seatbelt. Rookie move. So obviously, this Scewo isn't ours. They loaned it to us for the day so we could test it. What do you think? I really liked it. I was definitely nervous at first. You can probably see it on my face when we did the stairs. But I started to get the hang of it, and I ended up having a great time. I felt like it gave me new freedom. Big thumbs up from me. It's got a range of about 20 miles, which is a lot. I also gave it a try, and honestly, it felt kind of like being on a boat at first. I've never been on a Segway either, so this was my first time being balanced like that. You lean forward or backward and it gently rocks to keep you stable. Super solid, but still had that rocking feel at first. After a while, it felt like I was just riding a wheelie. I think when you've never used a wheelchair, and suddenly need one, there's a learning curve. This feels similar. It takes a bit to learn your center of balance and all the settings, but once you do, it's a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see where this kind of technology goes. Like we mentioned, most accessible equipment isn't very smart yet. But the Scewo team seems to be doing an amazing job updating that, adding in all the modern features we're used to seeing elsewhere and bringing them into mobility gear. The only downside: the price. Right now, it costs around $40,000. That's a lot. Hopefully insurance will help with some of that. But like most new tech, early versions are expensive. And just like other tech, prices usually come down over time. Maybe in 5 or 10 years it'll be more affordable. Either way, I'm just happy it exists now. The way they built the Scewo really shows they're thinking about real needs and working to make it better. The team behind it seems genuinely thoughtful and kind. We had a great afternoon. I'll drop the link to the Scewo website below in case you want to check the details and current pricing.